Oh, it is just an absolutely beautiful fall day here in the Rocky Mountains of Wyoming. Today, Julie and I are out for a day hike, just enjoying this splendid weather. This is the time of year when people are trying to get in their last backpacking before the snow hits. It's a time of year when I start to think about skiing season, but there's still plenty of time to enjoy the mountains. You have to be a little careful, however, because things can change on a moment's notice. And that's exactly what happened earlier this month in September when a winter storm blew through. It dropped a little bit of snow and had super strong winds, and it knocked down a whole bunch of trees and stranded a lot of people in the backcountry. It's quite an interesting story if you'd like to read about it in the Pinedale newspaper. I'll put a link down below. It's really an interesting read, and it's a good reminder how things can go south in a hurry when the conditions change in the backcountry, so you really need to be prepared. Well, today Julie and I, we've decided to check out this trail down to Long Lake, and it hasn't been cleared yet by the Forest Service, so I don't know what we're going to find. But come along with us and we'll check it out together. Yeah, the wind really blew some trees down. Look at the root ball on this.
Well, look at the green tree. It's a completely green tree. It's not like
green
it's
trees.
A dead tree.
Yeah, this could be more of an obstacle course. We'll get our workout this morning. So here's some of the blowdowns they were talking about. So far it hasn't been too bad. We'll see how it goes. Looks like we can get under this one pretty easy.
I don't know about pretty easy, but we can just be careful not
You just have to do the limbo.
Huh?
Just have to practice your yoga moves.
I don't have any yoga moves.
Very much harder with a backpack, but definitely a few down trees, and not the kind you can easily get around. But fortunately, looks like we're able to get through here. We've arrived at Long Lake. It's in a beautiful location. We'll find us a
Wow, look at the big tree down here, huh?
great spot where we got a view and have us a little lunch. Well, while we're on the subject of emergencies that can happen in the backcountry, I know a lot of people carry emergency transmitters with them that communicate with satellites. And especially over here in Wyoming, that's a really important thing to have. Just can't rely on cell phones. There's so many places there is no cell phone communication. I don't happen to have one. Julie's been trying to encourage me to buy one, and especially for when I go out skiing by myself. I'm certainly considering it. The satellite emergency transmitters have really been a godsend for those who've needed them, especially when they get into trouble in the backcountry. I know it really helps to search and rescue people out. They can get a specific location and can render assistance when needed. I remember reading a few years ago about where emergency response was called for a group of campers who had run out of sunscreen. And It's that kind of stuff that just is unwarranted. People need to be better prepared, much better prepared than that.